Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Anna and I'm a 21-year-old uni student who is also a part-time reseller on platforms such as eBay and Depop. And today we're going to go and do some thrifting to find some items, predominantly women's clothing, to resell on these platforms. So let's go and see what we can find.
So going into the first store, I did head straight over to the designer section. This was an $18 Alison Eve new with tags white blazer here. It was originally priced at the $100 back at the store, but looking at these comps here, these are the available ones, but the sold comps in the brand in general were not fantastic. Here I am just checking it over sort of just in case prior to doing comp research, but it did not look very good. I've noticed in the last couple of weeks going to this store, the prices of this designer section are just going up and up and up. Here we have a $45 jacket, really not a substantial brand, a $16 Seed jacket, a $28 jacket there as well. So look, as a regular person coming to purchase these items, it may be totally fine. And look, at times I purchase things for myself. Here we have another $22 item. I thought this was super cute, but at $22 it's just not going to happen. But I thought that I would include it in the video anyway, because I think it's important to include a sort of realistic snapshot of the prices. Here we have a $40 Joseph Ribkoff top. It was new with tags, however, but again, $40 is a little bit steep. But who knows? Let me know down below if you would pick up any of these items that are left behind. Here we have an Oxford Street, I think the brand is, about $28 for that top. And a Gorman, this was a lamb skin leather jacket. It was priced at the $36. If I had my 20% off coupon, perhaps I would have picked it up. Comps were showing at about the $50 range. Here's me showing that it is 100% leather. Here we have a pretty interesting piece. So it's a new with tags Jocelyn dress priced at $50. But looking at these comps, they are absolutely all over the place. This one here is just the $9.99 that it's sold for. But it is quite confusing. If we, sort of scroll through the listings, this was the one that I could see was the most similar. It sold for $100, but at a $50 purchase price, I was not prepared to take the risk. This here we have a new with tags Cookeye $18 dress. I decided to actually pick this one up for myself, but I could definitely go ahead and resell that if I wanted to. But here we have some of the orange tag items that were 50% off for the day. So the first was this Pilgrim size 10 cocktail dress. It was priced from memory at about the $22 range. So yeah, not great. As well as a Breckenridge cocktail dress. This one would have come down to the $15. I just thought it was still a little bit much for a Breckenridge dress. But this one here was down to $9. It is definitely a brand that I would keep a lookout for. It was a American brand, W by Wilt. It was a tank top, I guess you could call dress. I would definitely be using the keywords log and look for this one, but I could comfortably get $50 for this dress, believe it or not. So the only other item I picked up in this store was this Seed Heritage $15 100% merino wool sweater in a size extra large, and I will list that one up for $34.95 plus post. Alrighty, so I've just finished uni, so I have just over an hour to do a little bit more thrifting. So yeah, here we go. So I decided to flick through the rack without the camera because it was quite packed, but here I have a selection of what I picked up. So the first was this River Island jacket, which was down to the $12.50. I'm going to list it for $39.95. We then have a witchery cardigan, down to the $15. That one should be an easy $34.95. It was a wool blend as well, which I think will help it. I left this one behind, but it was a country road top down to $7.50, but I thought it was a little bit of an older style. We then have a Forever New tweed blazer in a size 8 down to $17.50, which I'll list up for $44.95. I loved that metallic through the tweed. And a country road double extra small top down to the $9 there. It is a wool and cotton blend, and I'll be listing it for $24.95. Next, a $7.50 witchery satin top, beautiful wine red colour. And here I'm just checking over the little buttons on the sleeve. I'm going to list that for $24.95. And here I'm just checking that it is polyester and not silk or something else. But yeah, fortunately it was the polyester. And here we have the final item is a blue illusion top down to the $9, and I'm going to list that one up for $27.95 because I really like the woven embroidered details. And that was it. Now, as I was checking out, I noticed these sets of country road dinnerware, but unfortunately we were missing a bowl as well as the cups, so I didn't want to risk the buy. So I'm just walking out, but what I was going to say is I was so close to purchasing those country road dining set, even for myself, but it was missing one bowl, so I thought that is probably going to give me the shits or likely annoy someone else and stop the sale from happening. But anyway, we're going to go to one last store, but yeah, I've come away with a decent haul for that trip. Alright, so here's the final store. I do find that I have really good luck picking up quality items in here that aren't priced up, but I went over to the 50% off rack to see exactly what I could find, and I think I did really, really well today. Here I am just flicking through, but I'm going to take everything over to the change rooms and show you exactly what I found. Alright, so the very first item that I picked up was this Forever New size 10 blouse. It was down to just the $3, and that will be an easy $14.95 plus post. This one here I'm actually going to get for myself. It is a basic Portman's sort of workwear top down to the $4. We're coming up to spring soon, so this will be great for work. As well as this regatta, new with tags, size 18, so plus size, top. It was down to the $7.50, and that is a pickup for my grandma. This one here was an absolute steal and will do great on Depop. It is a $5.50 pair of Kookai oyster pants, which actually retail for $200. So I'm going to list these up for $44.95. And finally, we have a Country Road $4 sort of basic top. This one is going to be listed up for the $22.95. And always with white items, please check them over. Alrighty, so that is it for today's thrifting trip. If you enjoyed this video and are looking to watch more of these sorts of videos, please consider subscribing. I do also make sort of monthly what sold videos showcasing all the items that I sell and how much profit I made. So again, if that's something that you're also interested in, consider subscribing. But I will pop on the screen how much I am expecting to list all of this up for versus how much I paid. But yeah, I'm going to make the journey on home and get on to adding all these items in my spreadsheet. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.